How to grow your glutes in a maintenance/deficit. This is also known as body recompositioning, body recomping, whatever you want to call it. Here's how I did it. Now, firstly, I want to say that growing your glutes in a maintenance or a deficit is not optimal for glute growth. You are not going to get the biggest results compared to being in a calorie surplus. But that doesn't mean that it's totally achievable. It just means that the results are going to take longer, but it means that you're going to keep your body fat percentage lower. I'm going to tell you the first one and most underrated component is recovery and sleep. Adequate sleep and rest is essential for muscle growth. You want to be looking at having around 7 to 9 hours of sleep per night. It's just such an underrated one that not a lot of people speak about. You need to allow your body to recover, to reset, to allow your muscles to repair and grow. And in this as well, because it's recovery, you want to make sure that you are adding additional mechanisms such as foam rolling, stretching, active stretching to allow your body to repair and your muscles to grow. Especially if you are in a deficit, because you are going to be taking away more calories, which is going to take away less energy, which is going to allow your muscles to repair and grow. The second one, and very important one, is prioritize your protein intake. I personally have 2 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight that I am. Now, this does vary from person to person, and this is why it is important to do trial and error when it comes to things like this. You can have anywhere from 1.1 grams to 2 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight. So trial it out and see what works best for you. If you are struggling with getting protein into your diet, pop it in the comments below, let me know, and I can give you a list of all the things that I personally ate that helped up my protein intake. Even things such as including peas, because 100 grams of peas has 6.7 grams of protein. And yes, that's not a lot, but when you add it into your daily intake, it actually does make a difference. My third one was I was hot on my resistance training. My weight training was, and still is, on point. Going to the gym 5 times a week and lifting heavy. No, you don't need to be going to the gym 5 times a week, but you do need to be making sure that the workouts that you are going to are 110%. You are going in and you are smashing it every single time. This is why it's important for you to find a good routine that works for you, so you know that you can stay consistent and that you can push yourself. Because for some people, if you're going 5 times a week and it's not necessarily something that suits you, or it's putting you out of routine, or it's putting you, out of your way, then you want to make sure that you're minimizing your routine and you're doing maybe 3 to 4 days a week, but you're smashing those sessions. And you want to progressively overload every week. Progressive overload doesn't have to mean just weight. That can be increasing your sets, that can be increasing your reps, that can be increasing your time under tension, anything. Not just weight, because you have to remember that when you're in a maintenance or in a slight deficit, your strength might not be as optimal as it would be in a surplus, because you're having less energy put into your body, so you're going to struggle with that. The fourth one, I optimized my nutrient timings. Yes, you are looking at your overall calorie maintenance and your overall calorie deficit, but because you want to make sure that you are optimizing your gains, etc. and stuff like that, I personally made sure that my carb heavy foods were potentially before a workout. This allowed me to optimize my energy levels before going into a workout, which means that I could push myself better. So my leg days were absolutely amazing, because I was still getting that energy intake and I was still able to really push myself, because my leg days are very, very strong. And the final one is to monitor your progress. See how it feels. Are you making results? Are you, getting the energy levels that you want? Are you feeling tired? Do you feel like you need to up your calories a bit more? Are you getting extremely hungry at the end of the day? These are things that only you will be able to know, because that is all personal. One thing that I do with my clients is I ask them every week, how are you feeling this week? Are you feeling tired? Are you feeling deflated? Do you feel very hungry? Because these are things that you need to be tracking in order to know that you are going in the right direction. You also want to remember that if you are going to be trying to grow your glutes in a slight deficit, that you want to make sure that it is only a slight deficit. I'm talking 100 to 200 calories less than your maintenance. So ultimately it comes down to listening to your body and knowing what is best for you. And this is going to be a journey. And you need to know that these results, like I said at the very beginning, it's not optimal for glute growth. Your most way to optimize glute growth is by being in a calorie surplus, but then you are going to gain more fat, which is fucking normal, by the way. But it is achievable, okay? It is so achievable. So you need to make sure that you are consistent and you are sticking to it, and you are sticking to your program, sticking to your nutrition. I cannot stress that enough. And you're not going to get results in 3-4 weeks. You're not going to get the results that you want in that short period of time. You're going to be looking to have those, you're going to be looking to working towards those results for 6 months to a year to 2 years to 3 years. But it's going to keep your body fat percentage low, which for some ladies is the best of both worlds. So it all depends on how quickly you want to get to your results. This was a very, very long video, but I hope that you all enjoyed it, and I hope it gave you some more tips and information on how to grow your glutes in a maintenance / slight deficit. And if you have any questions, pop them down below and I will answer them for you.